What's up, you guys? Dr. Jeff, Rythmia Life Advancement Center of Plant Medicine Insight. So, who do you guys need to heal? Who do you need to listen to? Who is a thought leader? Who is somebody you have to go to a class? Who do you have to pay? Who do you have to follow? Who do you have to worship in order to change and to get what you need? Because you don't know, right? Guess what? I got news for you. Nobody. There's not a person on this planet that you need to follow. Not one person. Because your individual life circumstances are unique to you. And there's nobody on the planet that can understand you better than yourself. So, what did Jerry do? Jerry connected with himself through plant medicine, and he realized that this was a really good way to do things. And he wanted to have a facility that would help other people do this. So, who is the founder of Rythmia? It's Jerry, nobody else. I helped, I assisted, I supported, but I did not find Rythmia. Jerry's the founder of Rythmia. There's not any other person. And that's important because in this, what I'm going to talk about tonight, because there's not a therapist or a doctor, a psychiatrist, a meditation person, a trainer, a friend, a counselor. There's nobody that's in your life that's going to do this work for you. You have to do the work. You have to do the work. So Plant Medicine Insight helps you do this. So plant medicine helps you plug into yourself. In that way, you can do the work for you. Because, you know, if you guys are like me, I didn't listen to anybody. I didn't follow anybody. I didn't listen to what people told me. I was a rebel from a young age, and I didn't trust anybody. And that's because of my history of trauma and abandonment and all kinds of crazy stuff I went through in Los Angeles. And I didn't trust anybody. But who I did trust, right, is myself. Who you trust? Me. That's who, right? That's from Scarface. So I love that line because that is very true. Trust yourself in this process because nobody knows more than you what you need to do to shift. What happens with plant medicine is there's different sort of theories about it. You know, some people think that it's this sort of entity or outside source of the mother ayahuasca that comes in and heals the person, and that could be true. And there's a lot of people that have really good experiences, amazing experience with that. They call it the mother. The mother came and helped them. And cool, good. I've had that too, myself personally. Then there's other people that believe that the plant medicine helped facilitate a connection with you, with yourself, and with your soul. So your physical self, your emotional or spiritual self got plugged back into yourself, right? And you're with you, you're whole. And then you can have insight and clarity. You have to have like a conscious sort of awareness. And I tend to think that it, personally, just me, my opinion, is that I think it's more about that. Because, you know, if we want to move forward in life in a way that's authentic, and we want to move forward in a way that's productive to ourselves, our families, you know, our kids, our coworkers, people in our community, our neighbors, you know, I need to be like aware of myself. And so in order to do that, right, the plant medicine helps facilitate that. Dimethyltryptamine is already in your body. You have it in yourself. It's behind your eye sockets, which is a little weird, right? You have it in your cerebral spinal fluid. There's theories that it's produced by the pineal gland. It has not been proven. The reason it cannot be proven is because that would require live brain surgery to like figure that out. And I don't think there's a lot of people lining up for brain surgery into the deep middle lower brain to dissect the pineal gland. Okay, so so that's a theory. But the pineal gland, we believe, produces also DMT. And so what happens is DMT is something that is helpful to transitional phases. It's helpful to people that are passing and dying. It's helpful to people that it's during dreams you have a little release of DMT. It's something that gives you clarity and insight into yourself and the world and the universe. I took a ton of biochemistry classes and genetics classes and microbiology classes at UCLA, which was an absolute nightmare. A total rat race of pre-medical studies. And what happened there is I learned that the neurochemical response and what we have going on within ourselves with electrical charges being positive and negative, we are all connected to everything, because when you break everything on down, everything's positive and negative charged. So are we, so are plants and animals, so is the universe. And so we're all connected. We can feel things energetically. And so what that means is that if you're plugged into yourself as a person, you're very sensitive to your environment. And I talk to a lot of people that are very sensitive to their environment, and they don't understand their environment all the times because they're a little bit confused, and they have trauma, they have a history of abuse and abandonment. And what happens is that they plug into themselves, and then they finally have some resolve, because they can understand that what happened to them was a moment in time that was very upsetting to themselves, but has created this dynamic where they're hyper vigilant and they can sense things and they can feel other people. And it's like a soldier. I always give this on my Thursday talks here at Rythmia. I talk about veterans who go to war. They're very emotionally sensitive, and they're unplugged from themselves a lot of times because they're been through trauma. So what happens is these people want to plug back into themselves, but they don't know how to do it. They use drugs, they use alcohol, they have behaviors that are abnormal. You know, there's a lot of suicide because they're totally upset. So what happens is veterans that come to Rythmia love this program. They love it because it helps them realize, okay, I'm back to myself. I went through trauma, but I'm back to myself. I can see things clearly now. I can resolve what I went through. Life sucks sometimes. There's a lot of stuff going on, but I can survive it, right? So, you know, the reason why plant medicine is so beneficial, because it's really fast and it's quick. It happens for you in a moment's notice, a blink of an eye. It can happen in a blink of an eye. And a lot of the stuff that I dealt with, you know, I'm from UCLA, went to the California School of Professional Psychology. I got a bachelor's in medical anthropology. I have all this ridiculous, you know, whatever, you know, who cares really, right? But I have all this education. And some people would call it brainwashing. Okay, so that I'm in debt for, by the way. But what I learned in that is that, you know, the system that we're in has defined categories that it wants to put you in. Because when they can put you in a category, they can define who you are and they can manage you. And when I was in the psychiatric hospital running a locked psychiatric unit and working in there and doing groups and working with people, what I saw is that all these people were categorized and they were locked into a certain dynamic. You know what? And I get it, because there's all these people coming and they have to have some sort of organization. So I understand it from like a business sense, but on a personal level, it is not helpful. It is not helpful, because what it does is it locks you in to a certain belief system about yourself that may not be accurate. So on a lesser scale, not so much a psychiatric hospital locked unit, but if you've been to a psychiatrist, you've been to a psychologist, they've told you, okay, you have depression, you have anxiety, you have borderline personality disorder, you're a so-called addict, you have all these different diagnoses. Okay, cool. What does that mean? Well, it means that the therapist can work with you in a certain parameter that's defined, and you have to just be at the mercy of like what's coming at you, and you have to listen to what these people say who have studied a ton and have sacrificed a lot of their economic stuff to help you, and they have a calling, and it's like a noble thing, right? So you feel like, okay, they must know. Well, guess what? They don't know at all, okay? Because I was one of those people, and they don't know. You know. And if you're seeking self-realization through them, you're barking up the wrong tree. You just are. You have to get down to the grassroots of who you are as a person. You have to allow your own process to surface. Now, a lot of people are afraid of this because they don't have the confidence in it, because they've all been told their whole life, you're not worthy. You're not deserving of this. You're not smart enough. You don't know enough. There's all these people outside of you who know better, and they just learned this and they believe it. And they believe that their own opinion about themselves is not really valid, and they're confused, and they're always upset, and they don't know what to do. Okay, so I have a simple solution for you. Come to Rythmia, do our program, because we believe that you are a unique individual. We believe that every circumstance you went through and every situation you had happen to you, and all the things that you're going through currently are very rare for the world, and they're unique to you. And we believe that you can get some clarity on that. And we believe that you can heal this, and you can do it because you're going to heal it. I'm not going to heal it. The shamans aren't going to heal it. There's nobody that works here that's going to do a healing on you, that's going to heal it for you. You know, out in the world, you hear these places, right? They say, I healed this person. Really? Yeah, you're lying, because you didn't heal anybody. Okay, that's not how this works. You heal yourself. Okay, come to Rythmia, and we can allow this process to happen for you. You can do it. I don't want anybody to do shit for me, really. I mean, except for maybe like give me a massage once in a while. I'm paying them, right? But I'm not somebody that's like, I want somebody else to fix my problems, because they never get fixed that way. The way I fix my problems is I fix them myself. I do them myself. Now, the funny thing is that, 10 years ago, when I started working with Jerry, is that I didn't understand this concept. I was trying to like help him, fix him, work with him, help him. I was trying to do the work for him. Guess what? It didn't go anywhere. It was a dead end. Jerry had to do the work himself. He had to go to Costa Rica. He had to do the plant medicine. He had to have the realizations himself. He had to go through the heartache and the pain and all the stuff that went along with that. He had to do it himself. And it wasn't anything that I did other than just be like a friend and a supportive person, but he did the work himself. Plant medicine gives you insight for you. You don't need anybody else. You don't need another person to tell you what to do. Trust me. I was trained for 18 years in universities, grad school, undergrad, all kinds of crazy stuff. I was trained that I'm the expert. I'm the one that's going to help. Guess what? I don't know any better than you do. I don't know any better than you do. So do the work for you. Do what's best for you. Heal the unique situation that you've went through. I'm here at Rythmia to support you. I can help give you context. I can help you feel safe in this environment. I can help you, maybe put the dots together a little bit, because I've seen about 6,000 people through here. So I have seen certain things happen. But again, just so you know, I'm very respectful of your situation. I don't lump you into a group of a bunch of people I saw before. I'm not trying to say like, oh yeah, I've seen this, a million times. That's not what I'm doing. And those of you that have been to Rythmia that are watching this, you can attest to that if I've talked to you, okay? Because I really am invested in your own individual process. And that's because that's the only way this can work. Feeling the vibe yourself individually. It's the only way to do it. You have to do it that way. Don't Don't listen to people that want to sell you products. Don't listen to people that want to tell you that if you come to their class or their seminar, you'll be healed. Don't listen to people that say they have the answer for you. Don't, there's a lot of people that are very cool and very smart out there in the world that have these like lectures and all these kind of seminars and stuff. It's interesting. I went to Landmark, I did the forum, but none of it makes any difference unless you do the work for yourself. That's the way to do it. All right, you guys, I'm on my soapbox tonight. In the month of September, we're renovating all of Rythmia. We're improving all the casitas. We're expanding stuff. We want to make you guys more comfortable. So we're not even open this month, but we're preparing for all you guys to come down here and have the most amazing experience. I love the guests that come here. I love our alumni. Our staff is amazing. We'll see you guys very soon. Pura vida. Thanks for watching. See you next Monday. All right.